1,000 RBIs during his 15-year career with the Angels. It was a special day Sunday for Japanese baseball fans. Ichiro Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Suzuki was among 5 players inducted in ceremonies in Cooperstown, New York. The right fielder played 14 of his 19 seasons with Seattle. Suzuki, a 10-time All-Star, won 2 batting titles, 10 Gold Gloves, and had 3,089 hits. Suzuki still holds the Major League record for most hits in a season. He had 262 in 2004. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time, whenever news breaks, while we're on the air. It's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580, and we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. Thank you, thank you.
21, oh, life has just begun. Got a temper like a gun, pointing it at everyone. That's his game, and it helps him to get through the day. But a voice inside him says, how much longer can I play? He's got infinite possibilities, I can see them now. Unbroken chains of his past by which he's bound.
It's time to set our intentions, set our self-care, and find our focus. This is Mindful Mondays with Saharah Ali on KBLA Talk 1580.
And it is always an honor and a delight to start our week with meditation instructor, sound bath specialist, sound healer, astrologer, and yoga teacher, Saharah Ali. It's time for Mindful Mondays. Good morning, Saharah.
Good morning, Dominique, and good morning, KBLA family. Welcome to Mindful Monday, where we get our minds right for the week by setting positive intentions to honor our mind and body through meditation, prayer, and affirmation as we step unapologetically into our week, being on purpose with faith, truth, power, and wisdom. Today, I'd like to unpack the sun in Leo, guiding our path for the next 28 days. The sun in Leo is conjunct Venus, opposed Pluto and Aquarius, and we have the nature of 2 fixed signs opposing each other, aiding a new perspective, reframing our values and beliefs, creating internal struggles, and challenging our relationships, but most of all, opening the space for liberation. It's providing a spiritual opportunity to liberate ourselves, integrating wholeness, aiding us to have a greater value for our lives. You know, my grandmother always said, you can't give from an empty cup, so always fill your cup first. And so it's time to fill our cups. It's time to live empowered, leveling up to our soul's potential, valuing our worth, embracing deep healing, cleansing, rebirth, and a new focus on how we are willing to stand in our power. The call to action is spiritual liberation. We gain insight by avoiding power struggles, knowing each choice we make now could become long-standing. We benefit by remembering it's a time of personal empowerment. We benefit by releasing the old, opening space for something new, and to allow ourselves to level up with a new beginning. So I highly recommend we practice patience, compassion, self-discipline, and prayer. And in that prayer, allowing ourselves to align to our soul's ancestral wisdom, remembering God's time is always better than our time. So going forward with our Mindful Monday meditation, take a breath. And as you inhale, Willingly allow yourself to be right here in this moment, and exhaling, surrendering the need to hold on to judgment and beliefs impeding your empowerment. Now just breathe. And as you breathe, unapologetically reframe how you feel about yourself. Breathing, relaxing, and centering yourself and grounding yourself. Soften your face. Relax your shoulders. Check in with your body. Releasing any tension, any tightness. Be here and now in this moment. Reframing how you feel about yourself. Opening the space for spiritual liberation. Breathe, relax, and mindfully let go with each breath. Soften your heart. Open your mind. Release any tension, any tightness in your body, and let go. Quiet the mind. Be in this moment of stillness. Centering yourself, grounding yourself. Just breathe. And as you breathe, call on your angels and your ancestors. Call on their spirits to elevate who you are right here, right now. Feel the light moving through you. Just breathe and open your heart and mind to clarity. And in that clarity, call forward empowerment. Just breathe. And as you breathe, make a promise to be unapologetically progressive in the expression of your personal truth. Stand without judgment, calling forward liberation. Liberating your mind, your body, your spirit from any stagnation impeding your wholeness. Relax and breathe. Feel centered and grounded. And taking the biggest breath you've had all morning, hold that breath. And as you hold that breath, open yourself to receive our Mindful Monday affirmation as you exhale. Exhale, be here right now, feeling grounded and centered. And open your mind to embrace our Mindful Monday affirmation. Today, I embrace the power of my worth, aligning with my highest good, open to blessings and divine guidance, trusting God's will to be done with ease. Today, I embrace the power of my worth, aligning with my highest good, open to blessings and divine guidance, trusting God's will to be done with ease. Bringing your awareness back to present time, feeling grounded, feeling centered, and slowly open your eyes, connecting to your surroundings, and ready to celebrate your light and your wisdom. Allowing yourself to connect to your wholeness, trusting that your highest good is unfolding under grace and ease. And allow yourself to embrace the power of your worth, aligning with your highest good, open to blessings and divine guidance, trusting God's will to be done. And remember, be wise, not emotional, filling your cup first. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, Tava Smiley and the KBLA family. Have a mindful, blessed week.
We shall, Saharah. Be wise, not be wise. And you're saying don't be
emotional.
Not emotional. Don't be impatient. Might this be a slightly bumpy Leo season?
Not necessarily, because we have Mars and Virgo having us to think twice or to overthink. The hard part is that the Mars and Virgo is, seeking this perfection that is an illusion, but we also have the courage of the Leo sun opposite, Pluto and Aquarius saying, where is my freedom? What is true freedom? How am I willing to liberate myself from these archaic beliefs that no longer serving my highest good? How am I willing to stop imprisoning myself as opposed to allowing somebody else to stifle my growth? Where am I impeding my own growth? Where am I not embracing my power and my freedom? Where am I oppressing the wisdom of my authentic expression.
Which seems like it tracks with this, Uranus and Gemini energy of like, I'm gonna be me, the me that I want to be. So y'all, I'm gonna stop people pleasing and allow change and progress to happen. It seems like these would supercharge each other some kind of way.
Yeah, and that's what the Leo season is about, because Leo gives us courage. Leo gives us a creative perspective. But more than anything, Leo nurtures self-love. It rules the heart. Like, where is your heart? Where is your courage? Where is your personal power to give yourself permission to stand in your authentic expression and to liberate yourself from beliefs no longer serving your highest good? Break out of oppression.
Stop oppressing yourself. I love that so much. That was a great way to start the week. Quit oppressing yourself.
Level up, level up.
Take the keys and unlock the handcuffs that you put on your own self.
Yeah, and we do consciously and unconsciously in different situations. We imprison ourselves in relationships with our friends. We don't really like this, but we're going to do it anyway because it's my friend. It's like, no, what's your truth? And collaborate with your friend as opposed to compromising yourself. Take the shackles off yourself so that you can have your best life.
Amen. Saharah Ali, thank you for a great start to what we hope will be an amazing week, what we claim as an amazing week.
What we step into having unapologetically amazing week.
Absolutely. And by the way, when's the next sound bath?
In August, and thank you who all came out for the sound bath Saturday, but in August, and the KBLA listeners can always come to the office and get recalibrated and step up and really take the shackles off. You come and get recalibrated, there will be no shackles.
That's right. Yeah, you can make an appointment by calling Elise at 213-628-9783, 213-628-9783. Look for the August sound bath and all the yoga classes and things at saharahali.com, her website, saharahali.com. Saharah, thanks so much.
Thank you, Dominique. Blessings to all.
Blessings right back. Hey, it is the perfect time to call me. Phone lines are wide open. Did y'all see that video of Trump cheating at golf? LOL. It's caught on tape. Maybe he thinks that will distract us from the Epstein files. Not sure. That and more, whatever y'all want to talk about. I got a few things up my sleeve. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Want to extend that barbershop shave at home? Try Gillette Skin Guard, designed specifically for men who battle shaving irritation. With this irritation defense bar, 2 comfort blades, and a touch of aloe, it helps avoid shaving bumps and irritation, leaving me looking my best. I find it perfect for when I need a clean, fresh look, especially between barber visits. Tailored for black men, it's easy to use and offers the comfort my skin deserves. Stay confident between cuts with Gillette Skin Guard.
As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
You have cancer. The 3 words no one wants to hear. Of the cancers that impact our community, lung cancer is the most dangerous. More people succumb to lung cancer than colon, breast, and prostate combined. Black men are 12% more likely to develop lung cancer, and cases for black women are rising. Early detection and comprehensive treatment is the best way to beat this dreaded disease. Providence is a research leader in multi-cancer early detection, offering blood tests that identify fast-spreading cancers that don't show symptoms in early stages. The Providence Los Angeles Integrated Network Cancer Program determines best protocols for each patient, interacting with specialists who share experiences, perspectives, and new findings specific to each case. With over 1,000 board-certified physicians, including top oncologists, surgeons, radiologists, and nurse specialists, Providence delivers whole-person care that understands your culture, values, preferences, and priorities. So, if you hear the words "you have cancer," All you need is faithandprovidence.org/cancer.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we aim to foster enlightening, sustainable, restorative dialogue, and we welcome unapologetically progressive viewpoints that empower fellow citizens. We are now accepting submissions for KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorials like this one.
With the KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorial, I'm Martin Gordon, chair of the Pasadena Community Coalition. Recently, I listened to a Tavis Smiley Show conversation with James Farr. James said something that caught me off guard. Black out the Dina is gone. My community is being murdered. I said murdered.
All you have to do is go to our website homepage at KBLA1580.com and click on the icon that says KBLA Guest Editorials to learn more about our editorial standards and content submission guidelines. As long as the topic aligns with our mission, we are happy to review your submission and consider it for broadcast. We can't make any promises, but we want to amplify progressive perspectives that are community-focused and solution-oriented. So, go to KBLA1580.com right now to download all the information you need about our guest editorials. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
Right now, in this hour of the show, hour 2, I take your phone calls. I try to catch us up on different things happening around the planet. Sometimes we land on a topic. All is good. But some things that have slid by in the news cycle that I said, okay, I'm a definitely find a moment to talk about this. Such as the United States has deported 5 people to a place I've never heard of before. Now, y'all know I travel in Africa, and one of my goals is to make it to all 55 or 54, depending on, countries fall and rise and merge. And anyway, it's around 55 right now. I want to go to all of them before I leave the building. Well, apparently the United States has deported 5 people to Eswatini. I've never heard of Eswatini before. Apparently it's one of the 55 African nations. I just never heard of it. It's, they sent somebody from Vietnam, someone from Jamaica, someone from Laos, someone from Cuba, and someone from Yemen. And these are supposedly child rapists and murderers, although you never know with the Trump administration. They tend to like child rapists and murderers as long as, well, you know the rest of that sentence. Anyway, they took them to Eswatini, which is an absolute monarchy. Apparently it's the last one in Africa, and they are going to jail there. Now, you got to know they've paid Eswatini some money. I might even be saying it wrong. It could be Eswatini or Eswatini. I don't know. I never heard of it. But this is after they sent 8 people to South Sudan. I'm pretty sure the jails in South Sudan, prisons, and Eswatini are not places you would like to be in. I'm just saying. That's crazy. Did you note that? I didn't hear about that story. Like, where else are they sending people? And who's next? I wanted to give you the heads up about erythritol. It's one of those sweeteners that is supposed to be no calories, except for that apparently it causes brain damage. It can harm brain blood vessels, causing constriction, clotting, and inflammation, and, wait for it, strokes. I'm bringing it up now. It's summertime. A lot of folks are trying to be skinny so they can go be flossy and on the beach or whatever, or in short shorts. And I've eaten this stuff because it's in some health food things. Sugar substitute erythritol. Okay? It's in low-carb ice cream. It's in a lot of keto products and sugar-free sodas and stuff. It's not very rare. It's quite common. I'm sorry, but anything that has the potential to give you a stroke, not worth it. I'd rather have another roll of fat on my stomach than have a stroke. I'm just saying. Beautiful, precious child, Ketorius Starks Jr., KJ, dies in a hot car in Alabama, left in a hot car for hours by his mother? No. By his father? No. By a doggone children and family services worker, contractor, who was bringing the child to see his dad for a supervised visit, and then decides to go run a few errands, leaves the kid in the car, supposedly forgets about the kid, and the kid dies. I hate this story so much. The parents are trying to get the baby back, and they're following all of the instructions. And the social worker, Jefferson County, leaves the car. This is in Birmingham. Parked. It's 90-some degrees. The child dies. Why am I bringing up this sad story? Partly because I just wanted to give a little bit of love and light to Ketorius Starks. Just a beautiful baby boy. Partly because leaving kids and dogs and stuff in cars is not a game. People and pets die from this. Not for a minute, not for an hour. It was 93 degrees. Oh, they're saying the worker was fired. Okay, it's not bringing back KJ. And also just a reminder, the way that these Department of Children and Family Services in every single state, all 50 states, are more likely to take black children from their families than any other children from any other families. And then we wonder, are they in good hands? The Trump administration is releasing $5 billion. I shouldn't say giving, because it was already allocated by Congress, and then they said they were going to see if y'all are using it right. And they've decided that they will give $5 billion of this $7 billion that they had under review, as they call it, to the schools. They want to make sure the schools are complying with Donald Trump's agenda. They literally said that. Now they're releasing it. Why? Because Republican governors started freaking out. You're messing up our schools. You're shutting down programs that we need. That's the only reason. These are grants that help schools get teachers that they need. 24 states are suing. That it could have something to do with it. But these superintendents of schools have gone to Republican senators on Capitol Hill and said, please, 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 let this money go. It's after-school programs. It's all kinds of support for schools to function. And these Republican superintendents said, hey, this is not working. These so-called woke programs are actually needed. They're not woke programs. They're called education programs. So that's a little good news when when the red states start crying for their blue state money. It ends up helping all the states. Dee from Long Beach, you have the mic. Good morning.
Good morning, Dominique. How are you?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm highly favored.
Indeed you are.
I want to do this without a script.
Okay.
I think if you're going to dismantle a system, you need to understand the idea behind it. America is an idea, but the idea behind the idea is classical economics, capitalism. So we know there's market failure. That's why you have a socialist front runner in New York City. That's why you have rent control in LA and New York. That's why you have a minimum wage, and that's why companies pollute for free, something we call externalities. So the bottom line is that my political platform is the greening, graying, and browning of America, with a laser-like focus on education, entrepreneurship, and the environment.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at anything you said. To dismantle something, you have to understand it. I think that, not sure what you're talking about dismantling. I can think of a few things I wouldn't mind dismantling, but
I mean socialism.
Oh, you're trying to dismantle socialism?
No, not dismantle socialism, dismantle capitalism. We
capitalism.
know there's market failure.
I got you. Predatory capitalism at that. Yeah, well, you call it market failure. I call it corporate welfare. Whatever you call it, because if you're too big to fail, what happens? The people's money props you up. Do the people ever get a return on that investment? No, we do not. And yet, when we actually try to do something like universal basic health care or universal basic income or health care for all, that's seen as somehow a drain on the system. But coddling billionaires and propping up their companies so they can continue to take the profits out and the American people get nothing, underwriting these research that's done for pharmaceutical companies, and then the American people get no percentage of the profits from something that we actually supported the development of. These models, in my opinion, qualify as not just capitalism, but predatory capitalism.
Right. I agree.
Because you know what? I'm not 100% sure, unpopular opinion, that we have to dismantle capitalism altogether. I think we need to have enough guardrails. I believe we should have a socialist system with the opportunity for entrepreneurship if you so desire.
Sure, but we already have a minimum basic income. They just have to figure out what to call it when AI kicks in.
Yeah, we're going to need it when AI kicks in, and we don't need humans anymore.
Right.
Does that mean we all get to go sit on the beach and paint great portraits? Or does it mean we all perish and starve? We made the AI. Shouldn't it be serving us? We created it. Shouldn't it be serving us, not undermining us? That's a decision that we can make. Let AI make our lives better and more leisureful, if that's a word. We got news, traffic, and sports. Luxurious? Whatever the word is. Y'all know what I mean. All right, we got news, traffic, and sports, and you can do what Dee did. Call me at 800-920-1580. It's Talk Radio, after all. KBLA, Talk 1580.
A safe place to go loud. A great place for progressive politics. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. 11 people are recovering after they were stabbed at random at a Traverse City, Michigan Walmart store on Saturday. A black man, Derek Perry, held the man at gunpoint until police arrived.
Multiple citizens, including one who was armed with a pistol, were confronting the male suspect in the parking lot, preventing him from harming further people.
Grand Traverse County Sheriff Michael Shea says white 42-year-old Bradford James Gilley was arrested and is facing charges of terrorism and 11 counts of attempted murder. Black 7-year-old Samaria Farley of St. Paul, Minnesota is slowly waking from a coma after being hit by a car. Her family says signs of recovery bring hope after the crash left her with serious brain and spinal injuries. The driver stayed at the scene and was later released. And today is National Buffalo Soldiers Day, honoring the first African-American Army regiments formed in 1866. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Is this the tackle? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers lost another close game in Boston on Sunday. They went down 4-3. The Dodgers scored only 5 runs over their last 2 games against the Red Sox. They hope to get their offense back in order tonight in Cincinnati. The Angels beat Seattle 4-1. Mike Trout's 2-run homer gave him 1,000 RBIs during his 15-year career with the Angels. It was a special day Sunday for Japanese baseball fans. Ichiro Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Suzuki was among 5 players inducted in ceremonies in Cooperstown, New York. The right fielder played 14 of his 19 seasons with Seattle. Suzuki, a 10-time All-Star, won 2 batting titles, 10 Gold Gloves, and had 3,089 hits. Suzuki still holds the Major League record for most hits in a season. He had 262 in 2004. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
You have cancer. The 3 words no one wants to hear. Of the cancers that impact our community, lung cancer is the most dangerous. More people succumb to lung cancer than colon, breast, and prostate combined. Black men are 12% more likely to develop lung cancer, and cases for black women are rising. Early detection and comprehensive treatment is the best way to beat this dreaded disease. Providence is a research leader in multi-cancer early detection, offering blood tests that identify fast-spreading cancers that don't show symptoms in early stages. The Providence Los Angeles Integrated Network Cancer Program determines best protocols for each patient, interacting with specialists who share experiences, perspectives, and new findings specific to each case. With over 1,000 board-certified physicians, including top oncologists, surgeons, radiologists, and nurse specialists, Providence delivers whole-person care that understands your culture, values, preferences, and priorities. So, if you hear the words, "you have cancer," all you need is faith and providence.org/cancer.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Give people what they want.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we aim to foster enlightening, sustainable, restorative dialogue, and we welcome unapologetically progressive viewpoints that empower fellow citizens. We are now accepting submissions for KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorials like this one.
With the KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorial, I'm Martin Gordon, chair of the Pasadena Community Coalition. Recently, I listened to a Tavis Smiley Show conversation with James Farr. James said something that caught me off guard. Black out the Dina is gone. My community is being murdered. I said murdered.
All you have to do is go to our website homepage at KBLA1580.com and click on the icon that says KBLA Guest Editorials to learn more about our editorial standards and content submission guidelines. As long as the topic aligns with our mission, we are happy to review your submission and consider it for broadcast. We can't make any promises, but we want to amplify progressive perspectives that are community-focused and solution-oriented. So, go to KBLA1580.com right now to download all the information you need about our guest editorials. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
We knew you'd stick around. This is LA's home for progressive talk radio. Welcome back to KBLA Talk 1580.
Here's a new poll for you. According to Reuters Ipsos, 69% of Americans believe the government is hiding Jeffrey Epstein's client list. Okay? 62% of Republicans believe this. This is a problem for the president. No matter how much he cheats at golf or says he wants to throw Beyonce in jail, that problem is not going away. In fact, I believe those numbers will continue to rise. He is the king of conspiracies, and now one of those conspiracies is biting him in the butt. Plus, it does seem logical. And on top of that, his own attorney general said there was a list. So people think there's a list, and they want to see it. And this is creating a huge problem for the president in a way that I've never seen before with him. So we're going to keep staying it. We're going to keep talking about it. Epstein, because there's a lot going on in the world that does merit our attention. And I want to pivot back for a second here as I invite you in to call always 800-920-1580, that every single day on this show at some point, could be first hour, second hour, third hour, we are going to check in with our courage check, a pledge to be fearless, a saying that I made up. Fearlessness is the way forward. And I truly believe that. In this environment, we got to do what we got to do. You know, you got to go back to church, do some meditation, run on the beach, dance a little dance in your own living room, whatever it is, read a book, whatever it is that fires you up. I think I've been doing all of the above. Fearless is the way forward. Just a reminder of that. And so no matter how bad or how good the news, we observe it, we understand it, we're aware of what's going on around us, but we don't allow ourselves to be consumed, rattled, freaked out, or made afraid by it. We combat the epidemic of fear with facts. Facts over fear. Faith over fear. Every doggone day. Okay? I need to say that because I'm the one over here slinging these stories of doom and gloom. But the power of the people is the way forward. And that means fearlessness is the way forward. Guess who's going to jail? Well, he actually went to jail on Friday. Prison. Remember George Santos, the lying congressman who lied more than is allowable by politicians? And that's a lot of lying. He reported to start his 7-year sentence for fraud. That's what got him booted from Congress. He pleaded guilty to wire fraud and aggravated identity theft charges for stealing people's identities and raising money under false pretexts. And he just turned 37, I think the day before he went to jail. But he's going to a minimum security all-male facility. I guess it's one of those, fancy, soft prisons, soft life prisons. Still prison though. He'll be there with Lamar Miller Whitehead, who is a prosperity preacher who also went to prison. And people like that. Bye-bye. Going to Jerry, calling us from Beverly Hills. Jerry, I don't mean to put your business on blast, but sometimes when you call, people think you're drunk or something like that because of the way you speak. And I have to inform folks, Jerry is working with Parkinson's. He has Parkinson's, but his mind is 100% clear. It's impacting only the way he speaks. Good morning, Jerry.
Oh, good morning. Well, it affected my voice a little bit. You had last week a 80-year-old doctor who talked about marriage and sex. And I want to commend the older people's giving a voice for older people in marriage.
Oh, you're talking about Dr. Rosie Milligan. Yeah, you know what? I got to post some more of what she said. She spoke out on sex, masturbation. She talked about how to use your eyes to catch a man or a woman from across the room, that we don't need a BBL. We can just do it with the eyes. I've been
I'm not
studying the tape,
too many
working on that. Oh, so it's working for you.
Now, among the, as everyone knows, among the blacks, 70% of blacks are single moms. But among the Asians, I think it's only about 30%.
Okay, I don't know where you're getting those statistics
mothers.
from. I haven't seen anything that said 70% of black women are single moms. But okay.
No, 70%.
And can you do me a favor, Jerry? Can we say black people? I know a lot of people say blacks like
black
that was
people.
a noun, but
I
we
think
are
it's
people.
about 70% single mothers around.
I need to see the evidence.
People.
Okay, so what's your bottom line here?
5%. Why the large difference among single mothers among Asians is about 5%, I think. Why the large difference?
Yeah, okay. Well, I know that's the stereotype. I'm not sure that the statistics match it. I haven't seen them. I know that, and I definitely haven't looked at single parenthood numbers among Asian people. But what's your point? I mean, what's your bottom line? Whether the statistics are true.
Of Asians,
okay.
Most single mothers of Asians.
Okay, yeah. I don't know the answer to that because for one thing, I don't even know if those statistics are true, Jerry. But we know what I have seen is I've seen numbers on marriage, and Asian Americans, Asian people, and black people have among the lowest numbers of marriage outside of their ethnic group. I know that. So Asian and black people do have this in common. They're less likely to marry outside of their community than others. I'll have to get back to you on those single mother, because that sounds like some stereotype 1987 conversation. But I'll pull some numbers and then we'll take it from there. Okay, Jerry? I don't want to go on data that sounds made up. Let's go to Fred calling us from LA. Good morning, Fred.
Hello, Dominique. I want to talk about California Senator Alex Padilla. I saw him on the news Friday, and he said he's introducing an amnesty bill this morning in the U.S. Senate.
That's not what he said, actually. He said he's introducing an immigration reform bill, not an amnesty bill.
That gives you amnesty if you've been here over 7 years. Question number one for him. What do you do with the people that have been here that don't qualify for your amnesty? Question number two. Doesn't this send a message to the rest of the world? If you cut in line, you get here early, just wait for the next amnesty. And then the third question, what other law do you want to give amnesty to? What other law that somebody stole some money, do you give them amnesty? Your response, please.
Fred's funny. He thinks this is his show. He tries to come on here and interview me. Thank you for sharing your opinion, Fred. No, just hold on. Maybe, okay. But let's remember the mic's over here. Okay, so this is a Republican talking point. I guess we'll call it a talking point Monday. Whenever anyone tries to reform immigration, they call it amnesty, unless they're doing it. Even if it does have amnesty, as Reagan and Bush did, then they try to dance around and call it something else. The point is, we, as a country, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Green Party, all of us share the blame in this, responsibility in this. We have never had a sensible, consistent, non-racist immigration policy. Never. And that's part of the problem. So in a strange way, I agree with the sentiment of we're sending mixed messages all the time. Every party, every president, every administration. We have never had a clear, consistent, non-racist immigration policy. And thus, after kicking the can down the road since 1776, we find ourselves with a whole hot mess. Is that surprising? No. We'll continue the conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
During this time, it's important for everyone to know your rights. The 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments in the U.S. Constitution protects every one of us, regardless of immigration status. The 4th Amendment requires a judicial warrant to search your home. The 5th protects your right to remain silent, and the 6th gives you the right to an attorney. Just remember,
No warrant, no key. 556. You don't have to speak. No lawyer inside. Don't say a thing. Yeah, we all got rights.
Hey, we all got rights.
We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Reverend Gerald, the life coach. Is someone you love struggling with addiction and mental illness? Is improving your family's health important? Want to leave a legacy that your family can grow? Are you ready to enhance your perception of life experiences? Then wake up weekends at 7 a.m. with Urban Family Focus and get the wisdom, opportunity, resources, and motivation to live your best life. Join the conversation on Urban Family Focus Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Heard any other talk radio lately that sounds anything like this? We didn't think so. You're listening to Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, so, Fred, I guess Fred gave up. So what he's referring to is a proposal by Senator Alex Padilla, which actually updates something called the registry law, which was created in 1929, part of our patchwork immigration system, where if you've been in this country since 1972, you have no criminal record, and you've been paying your taxes, you qualify to get a green card. Well, that would mean you would have to be in the country 50 years, which, means you're probably an older American, to say the least. Padilla is just trying to update. The last update to that was made by Reagan. He's trying to update the Reagan update to say 7 years. If you've been here for more than 7 years, you've paid taxes, you've contributed to your community, you don't have a criminal record, then you might qualify for a green card to give you a pathway towards legalization. Well, this makes sense, especially amid the crackdown that we're seeing now, where some Americans are feeling upset because ICE seems to be deporting everybody. A lot of people with no criminal records, folks that are doing jobs that are important and needed in the community, people that are contributing. And the totally illogical part is that they're in many cases paying taxes, which are supporting communities. So this is Padilla's attempt to create a reasonable pathway for some people in the middle of an environment where citizens are being deported or arrested. And then people are having their green cards taken from them, their visas taken from them. It's an update to the Immigration Act of 1929. It's been updated 4 times. The last time was by Reagan in 1986. And Padilla is not alone. He's got a bunch of co-sponsors on this particular bill. But we shall see, because I think that Republicans like the mess because they can keep pointing fingers and arresting people with supposed criminal record when the criminal record is you just took away their TPS status, so now they're not legal. They were legal 10 minutes ago. Cory Booker's a co-sponsor, Tammy Duckworth, Edward Markey, Chris Murphy, Elizabeth Warren, and more. Let's go to Ron calling us from Richmond. Hi, Ron.
Hey, good morning, Dominique. How you doing?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Yep, I'm blessed too. Thankful to be here. This is my first time talking to you since y'all got back from Africa.
Yes.
Over there doing it real big. Yeah, shout out to all the motorcycle riders out there. I was tripping off that video you posted. There's a lot of motorcycles out there. I was like, ooh wee.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
hey, did
crazy.
you see, I don't know if you saw this, Miles, did you see this? Spike Lee and his wife have been named as ambassadors for Benin, ambassadors to the African American nation, which is wild because we were in Benin. Benin is like as big as Richmond.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's a little bigger than Richmond. Richmond, how many people live in Richmond? It's like, what, the whole country has like 12 million people, so it's really about as big as L.A., but it feels more like Richmond in size.
Wow. I heard that. Congrats going out to them. That's what's up. Also wanted to say a big R.I.P. to my brother Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. That came as a shock, as a big shock. It's crazy. I was just sitting there, and then as soon as I logged into my Instagram, his picture popped up. I was like, whoa, like totally unexpected, man. So my heart goes out to his daughter, his wife, family, whole Cosby Show cast, crew, and all that. Yeah, he just seemed like, I never met him, but he just seemed like he was a really good brother, you know?
Yeah, I interviewed him a couple times. He was very nice, kind. Kind is the word I would use, more than nice. Down to earth, and smart, really smart.
Yeah.
I was devastated to read that his daughter was swimming with him when he perished, and he saved her, and then, a lifeguard saved her, but part of what he was struggling to do was to keep her alive. And apparently this particular part of Costa Rica is known for the riptides and the current. So many times it looks beautiful and serene, but when you get out in that ocean,
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day when my mom used to take me to the beach, I'd walk and make sure my feet are touching that sand. I wouldn't go no further because I can't swim anyway. So I just walk around the shallow part and then go, then make sure I didn't go out too deep.
Right?
That's what I did as a child. So, but yeah, it's just so sad. Once again, my condolences to that family, man. Definitely gonna miss that brother. But I'm going to stop yapping, Dominique. I'm sitting here watching you. You're looking lovely as always.
Thank you.
Keep doing your thing. Big shout out to my man, Miles. Hey, Miles, when you release that vinyl, man, I'll make sure I get 2 copies of your album. You put it out on vinyl format, my brother. I'm going to support you, for real.
Vinyl on the way, Ron.
Vinyl
okay, right on.
That's on the way. I love that. Yeah.
That's what's up. Thank you, Dom. I appreciate you taking my calls as always. Y'all have a blessed day and week. Much love to KBLA, and y'all keep up the good work.
Thank you. Well, it's interesting that this appointment to these ambassadors to African Americans, because according to the Benin government, Miles, they want more cultural tourism, right? Because, I mean, I think we look like we were probably some of the only tourists they had seen this year.
Yeah, I bet they do want some type of more tourist attractions in there. I mean, it's a beautiful place, so I mean, it's set up visually a lot of places for tourists. So I see it as being the future for sure. So yeah. Yeah,
they're putting back some monuments, and I mean,
you didn't ask us. We was right there though.
Well, we were already to be ambassadors.
Yeah.
They made you into a Border Patrol guy.
They put us into the onto the temple, the Houdan temple, put the snakes on our neck, but they ain't asked us to be no country ambassadors now.
No, well, we're not as famous as Spike Lee, but Cotonou is where they visited. That's the capital. We were there. And they have the Vodun temple, they have things to see, but it's not a tourist spot. And it just makes me wonder, because when we first went to Ghana in 2016, it wasn't touristy like it is now. I have mixed feelings. I want them to get the money, and I want people to see this important part of what used to be called the Slave Coast. But I don't want y'all ruining it, like y'all trying to ruin Zanzibar. Zanzibar was so cute and quiet when I first went there. Now they're putting in luxury hotels, and Beyonce's vacationing there.
Do you really think that Benin will turn into that, though?
Probably not. Just you're saying that because it's so tiny.
It's tiny, one, but do you see the increase of tourism amongst Africa that heavy though? Increase?
It's definitely increased heavily in Ghana and Zanzibar, very heavily. And I think the potential is there. But the thing about it is Ghana, they speak English. It's got the town square where they're doing the hip hop show now, the Black Star Square, and they're very friendly. And Zanzibar is a beautiful tropical paradise, so it automatically lends itself to becoming a tourist attraction. I'm not sure that Benin has that kind of infrastructure or attraction, even though I enjoyed my visit there.
Based off what you know, would you say that most of the tourism to Africa is black people, though?
No.
Okay.
Most of the tourism to Africa is European and Asian people. And it's not even close. Most of the tourism to Africa are Europeans who are either currently neo-colonizing it or former colonizers who learned to enjoy its beauty by being there as colonizers. In any case, no, we don't make up most of the tourists, but we may in the future. Time for news, traffic, and sports right now, though, and then we'll be talking black marriage, long-term relationship, commitment. Black Marriage Monday. Dr. Gloria Morrow joins us next on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. 11 people are recovering after they were stabbed at random at a Traverse City, Michigan Walmart store on Saturday. A black man, Derek Perry, held the man at gunpoint until police arrived.
Multiple citizens